Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's class. Our today's topic of presentation is infectious disease or communicable disease. So let's get started. What is infectious disease? An infectious disease, also known as transmissible disease or communicable disease, is an illness resulting from an infection. So the organism may be bacterial, virus, fungus or parasites. There are a big list of infectious disease, but in our country there are some common communicable disease or infectious disease like measles, mumps, chickenpox, diphtheria, pertussis, tuberculosis, poliomyelitis, dengue, enteric fever, malaria or kalajor. We will go through each of the diseases one by one, and now today we will initially discuss from measles. So what is measles? Measles is a viral disease and the organism responsible for measles is rubeola virus, that is a RNA virus. And we will now learn about the transmission of the disease, pathogenesis and what are the clinical features, what is the treatment of measles and how can we prevent this infection. Now the transmission. This viral disease is usually transmitted by airborne droplet, usually inhalation of airborne droplet. And after inhalation of this organism, the virus enters into the host, and after entry into the host, this virus replicates in the upper respiratory epithelium like in our larynx, in nasopharynx, and after that these viruses spreads to local lymphoid tissue where they replicate. What is replication? Replication means multiplication. The viruses multiplies in different sites like the local lymphoid tissue, and from after that the virus disseminates through the blood. Through the blood, the virus disseminates into various tissues of our body like conjunctiva, respiratory tract, urinary tract, small blood vessels, lymphatic system and central nervous system, and where they exert their effect. Like in conjunctiva, it causes conjunctivitis. In respiratory tract, it causes pneumonia, urinary tract infection, and in blood vessel, it causes vasculitis. Also CNS infection. And now what are the clinical manifestation? The clinical manifestation of measles is usually divided in 3 stages. What are the stages? Number 1 stage is prodromal stage, which lasts for 3 to 4 days. And after that there is exanthematous stage, and after that there is convalescence stage. So there are 3 stages of measles. And number 1 stage, there is prodromal stage, which lasts for 3 to 4 days, and the features are usually fever. Fever is usually high grade fever, and there is also cough, red eye, runny nose, and the pathognomic sign is Koplik's spot. That is Koplik's spot, which is the pathognomic sign of measles. And Koplik's spot is usually found in the oral cavity, usually in hard palate and soft palate against the upper second molar teeth. This is a reddish spot. This is a reddish spot found in the oral cavity. And after the prodromal stage, there comes the exanthematous stage, which lasts for 6 to 7 days. And what is exanthematous stage? Exanthem means rash over the skin, that is skin rash. There are maculopapular rash all over the body, and this rash usually started from the hairline, behind the ear, and even in the neck, back of the neck, and then it gradually becomes generalized. This is the picture of the rash. Here we can see the maculopapular rash over behind the ear, over the hairline, and in the neck. Okay, and after that there is convalescent stage. What happens in convalescent stage? The rash fades, leaving a fine discoloration. There we will find fine discoloration in the skin, and also the cough, which have started initially in the prodromal stage. It persists for 2 weeks. What is Koplik's spot? We have already mentioned. This is an enanthem. Which is enanthem? What is enanthem? Enanthem means rash over the mucous membrane. Okay, now the classification of measles. These are the stages that are prodromal stage, exanthematous stage and convalescent stage. Now come to the classification of measles. Measles can be classified as measles only, measles with eye or mouth complications and severe complicated measles. When there is measles, that means fever with rash now or within last 3 months, that is known as measles only. And when there is associated pus draining from the eye or usually mouth ulcer, then it is known as measles with eye or mouth complication. And whenever there is any general danger sign or general danger sign, we have already known in IMCI. What are the general danger signs? There are 4 general danger signs, that is lethargic or unconscious, unable to drink or vomits everything or convulsion. If any general danger sign is present or if there is clouding of cornea or there is deep or extensive mouth ulcer, then it will be classified as severe complicated measles. So what are the classification? Measles, measles with eye or mouth complication and severe complicated measles. So what may be the complications of measles? There are different complications involving different systems like respiratory system. In respiratory system there may be otitis media, that is ear infection, laryngitis, bronchopneumonia, and as there is a viral disease there will be immunosuppression and there will be flaring of tuberculosis if there is tuberculosis from the beginning. And in the gastrointestinal tract there may be diarrhea, there may be cancrum oris, that is ulceration, oral ulceration, and there may be malnutrition, vitamin A deficiency, septicemia. And in eye there may be keratitis and corneal ulceration, there may be myocarditis, encephalitis, Guillain-Barré syndrome and subacute sclerosing panencephalitis, that is SSP. These are the complications of measles. And now diagnosis. How can we diagnose a child with measles? Whenever a baby comes to you with fever with rash, we will consider it as measles, and the rash usually appears within the first 3 days of fever, and the rash will be maculopapular in nature, which starts from the hairline, back of the ear and neck and then become generalized, and fever will be more than 39 degree Fahrenheit usually, and there may be viral prodrome like cough, conjunctivitis, coryza. And we can do some simple investigation, basic investigation like complete blood count. What will be the findings? The findings will be leukopenia with absolute lymphopenia. Okay, so we can diagnose clinically most commonly. And what are the differential diagnoses? We have to know the differential diagnoses of fever with rash. Fever with rash. So what are the differential diagnoses of fever with rash? The differentials are scarlet fever, dengue fever, enteric fever, drug rash, and there may be infectious mononucleases. So how can we clinically differentiate these fevers from fever of measles? In scarlet fever, the rash may be maculopapular and the rash is usually sandpaper like. The rash is usually described as sandpaper like rash, and there will be strawberry tongue. Tongue will be red, congested, and this is known as strawberry tongue. In dengue fever, there is febrile phase for 5 to 7 days, and after that there is afebrile phase when the rash appears. This rash is also in maculopapular in nature. And enteric fever usually the fever lasts from 1 to 2 weeks and rash usually appears in 2nd week of fever, and the rash is known as rose spot. And in case of drug rash, there will be history of taking any drugs. In infectious mononucleases, it usually occurs in late childhood. And there will be fever along with lymphadenopathy. So clinically we can differentiate the rash of measles from these differentials. And how will you treat the children? Treatment is usually supportive as it is a viral infection. In case of viral infection, treatment is usually supportive. We will give paracetamol for fever. Paracetamol in the dose of 15 mg per kg 6 hourly for 5 to 7 days, and we have to give increased amount of fluid, and high potency of vitamin A capsule. As in case of measles there is vitamin A deficiency, we will give vitamin A capsule, and the dose of vitamin A capsule is 1 lakh international unit in case of children below 1 year, and 2 lakh international unit in case of children above 1 year. And there will be 2 doses given in day 1 and day 2. 2 doses of vitamin A capsule will be given, and we will have to give energy dense food also, and regular care of eyes, and we will give cough remedy, identify and treat the complication like mouth ulceration, oral ulceration, eye complication, and if there is secondary bacterial infection associated, we will give antibiotic, and we have to give antiviral ribavirin in case of immunocompromised children. Okay, and the last but not least, how will we prevent measles? Prevention can be done by vaccination with measles, MR or MMR vaccine, and we have to isolate the measles cases for 4 days, as the child is infectious to the other contact. 4 days after appearance of the rash, as this period is infective for other contact. So, if we vaccinate the children, and if we isolate the measles case for 4 days after appearance of rash, we can prevent the measles to be spreading. So, that's all for measles, and that's all for today's class. Thank you.